Welcome in, guys. We have a very special guest who's going to speak to us today. And his name is Nathan Boorer, and I'm going to invite Nathan to come up, and I encourage you to give him a round of applause for walking here today. Welcome. That was a great welcome.
Yeah, thanks.
Really great to have. Nathan's been at church for, what has it been, at least 4 weeks or so now that you've been coming along.
Yeah, that's right, yeah.
Released from hospital on the weekends.
Yeah, it's been pretty good.
Yeah, that's great. It's been nearly 4 weeks 4 months, I should say, of recovery. January 24th was that accident. Terrible accident up on the Sunshine Coast with your family in the car. Do you remember much of the accident?
I remember packing the car, and I remember a lot of things before that, but like pretty much from even at my house, the car in the driveway, after that, I don't remember a thing. Even like in hospital, waking up, the first few weeks are pretty much gone. When I came out, my brain was not really as it used to be, and it was a lot of work to get it back like that, like the way it used to be. I was a bit slow in talking and just really couldn't remember a lot of stuff. Even when I went to sleep, I woke up and it was still daylight, but I thought it was the next day. I just was pretty much all over the place, yeah.
And like the injuries for you were quite significant. I mean, you were flown by helicopter from Nambour Hospital down to the RBH. You were there for, now I've lost track, but quite some time. Must be a couple of months there.
Yeah, a long time.
Yeah, and now in the PA hospital in like a rehabilitation
right.
centre. Yeah, can you outline to us maybe briefly what the main issues of your injuries were?
Well, pretty much it basically was mainly on my right side of my body. Because I was driving, so that must be the side that was close to the impact and stuff like that.
And can I stop you there? For those who don't know, it was a head-on crash. A vehicle on the other side of the road hit you, and then you were hit by a truck from behind as well.
That's right, yeah. And I guess the only lucky thing for us was like about 2 cars behind us was an ambulance. So it pretty much was really lucky that they happened to be there at that time to service the accident pretty much straight away. And I went to Nambour Hospital because my stomach and stuff burst open inside my stomach, and I had to get like about 15 centimetres of that cut out, and so I got a big scar there now. And pretty much my right side, my hip was broken into about 4 pieces. And my foot was broken in, I don't know how many pieces, but the x-rays looked pretty shocking. And so during the time at the Royal Brisbane Hospital, I had pins through my foot to keep the bones together. And even now I still have pins in my hip and a big corrugated piece of metal around the outside to keep it together. But it's been a pretty long road, and I really didn't know if I'd walk again.
Yeah, I mean, from me seeing you on that first day with your injuries and then in the hospital afterwards as well, it's just been a miracle to see you walking here. And I don't know if you've seen out on the blackboard, there's a section on the blackboard that says Nathan Boorer walked here 7th of May, and Nathan wrote that.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
Yeah, because he was walking, they brought him down for an appointment here, and he was able to walk up, and he wrote on the blackboard.
Yeah, that's the first time I wrote on it, so I thought walking past, I better make the most of the time. I thought someone would see it and be happy about it, so it's really good.
Wow, I mean, God has just really blessed your recovery amazingly.
I know. Even looking back now, I'm just amazed at it seems a long time to me, but when you compare it to your lifetime, it's kind of a really short period of time of recovery considering how much damage there was. And I forgot to mention too, my jaw was all smashed up too. and they had to rebuild my jaw, and I woke up with like wires in my gums and stuff holding it together. But yeah, I just like, when I was in hospital, I remember when Scott came to visit me, and he asked me if there's anything I want him to come back to church and just let you know what to pray about. And I just remember Kirsty Savage reminded me, I didn't actually remember myself, but I just prayed for hope. That's pretty much it. Just one word is hope, and that's the only thing I didn't have because I was so unsure. Like I was confident that the Lord had a plan, and I just, like, we don't know his plan, and it's just really kind of a bit like, yeah, just unsure how you're going to end up. And yeah, I was just hoping and just praying for hope, and yeah, just to get better.
Yeah. Got a picture up there. You in the foreground there in the wheelchair. That was up at Easterfest. And that was when I think some of the guys, the Newells and some others, were organising to say, hey, maybe we could bust him out from hospital and take him up to Toowoomba.
Yeah.
How was that to meet Lecrae? You love Lecrae, American
Lecrae's really good.
Christian singer.
And oh yeah, I was just amazed because I'd only been there for like about 3 days, and normally they keep you in the rehab centre for about over a week to let you go home, and they just want to make sure you're all right to go out and stuff like that. And I must have been robbing that. I can't remember who called up, but someone rang up and said that they were physiotherapists. And so that kind of persuaded them to let me go a bit. And
in the hands of 2 physios, that's great.
Yeah. Yeah, it was really good. And when they gave me the thumbs up to go, I was just stoked. It was like, because of my muscles and stuff in my body pretty much diminished over the time of lying in the bed and not doing anything. Like my butt got sore a lot from sitting in the seat for like an hour and a half, but I just wanted to get there. I was just determined to get there. But yeah, that was really awesome. You actually got to meet
Lecrae, and he prayed for you.
Yeah.
I understand Lecrae, his own testimony involves a car accident that he was involved in.
It was just really cool. Like Annie Skerman was the one that talked us into like meeting Lecrae, because the people that were in charge of the meetings and stuff weren't going to let us. But she just like said, please. And pretty much he said, oh, right, I'll ring him up now. And just imagine having Lecrae's phone number on your phone. And yeah, he said, all right, bring him round. So we went to kind of a private area. And he asked if he could pray for me, and it was really good. He was like a really genuine person, not like thinking he was better than anyone or anything like that. Yeah, just like a normal guy on the street.
Nathan, can I just ask you briefly about Tammy? Your wife passed away in the accident. How are you coping with that?
It's hard. But I guess the only thing that keeps me positive is just that I know her faith and I know where she is. So it makes a big difference.
Sure does, yeah. And she's in great hands.
Yeah.
And we can praise the Lord for that.
Yeah,
and you've got 2 beautiful kids.
Yeah.
And God has preserved them in this accident. I mean, wasn't it amazing, the miracle, how they were preserved?
It was really good, yeah.
Yeah, so God's been really good. And I guess I should add to that then the other good news for you that you received this week.
Oh, yeah.
Is what's happening this week?
I'm coming home on Thursday, permanently. So I'm happy about that. Very good.
Which is amazing. I mean, I spoke to Nathan here last Sunday, and I said, so what are they saying? He said, there's a family meeting in about 3 weeks, and maybe 2 weeks after that I'll get to come home. So he was talking 5 weeks. Yeah. And talking to a doctor this week, they said, let's make it Thursday.
Yeah, I went back on the Monday, and I was kind of not in a really good mood, just about like the therapies and stuff, like occupational therapy and speech therapy and stuff like that. They pretty much were asking me, what do I want to work on? So it came to me that they had obviously been through the stuff that they think I need to improve on. And I just know I have to like work on physio heaps. And I just said that to the doctor. It's just really frustrating me getting kind of bored at those therapies. And they only do the therapies like once a day. And she just said, leave it with her. And it was amazing because she started the conversation. And she actually said to me that one of her friends that worked on Tammy in the Nambour hospital, he was just asking like how I was, and she told him I was going really good. So he was just going to pass it on to the team, and it was just really good to know that there's doctors that actually care like so much about the people they work on. And yeah, she just said leave it with her, and I found out a few days later I was going home the week after. I had like a release date in about a month, but she had brought it forward like about 3 weeks, so it's really good.
That's fantastic. So, yeah, so excited about that. And also just very thankful to a lot of people I know who gave money initially to we set up a fund. And I didn't check at all now. Jenny, do you have any idea? More than $30,000 came in, I believe. Closer to 50 came in.
That's amazing.
From people in the church here and people out there in the community and friends, and which has been wonderful. We've been able to use a lot of that to help pay bits and pieces of expenses.
Yeah.
But Nathan will expect, I think, an insurance payout eventually. But at least initially, we're still going to need funds to help, for all the medical things and just day-to-day living expenses.
Yeah, and I thank everybody so much for their generosity and even just keeping me in really positive mood by the visiting and just the generosity. Just thank you so much, everybody.
Well, you'll be closer now. We'll be able to visit you closely. You'll be back home.
Right.
We figured that you might be a little bit bored at home, and we know that you did like the previous Passion Talk for the Passion Conference. Really, this is the latest, the 2012 Passion Talks.
Oh, thank you so much.
So that's something you might keep you occupied for a little while at home.
Yeah, that would be good.
For us to you. And can I just also acknowledge here your mum?
Yeah.
It's Mum's Day.
Yeah.
And Sarah has been such a blessing. I know that she was up at the hospital all the time with you, and she's been there, and she's moving in now with you at home to look after you and to care for you and the kids. And come up here, Nat, and Sarah, would you come on up? I know you're videoing, but we wanted to give you something as well for Mother's Day. Thanks, Brent. Yeah. So thank you, Sarah. You have been a rock for these guys. It's Mother's Day, and you've been an incredible mum, and we just want to honour you today.